it's Ronnie and welcome to my channel and another Saturday stash dive. And this is one I did at the Redefined Creative. I believe this was spring and summer stash dive. And I'm using ink on here. Yeah, Outdoor Denim by Close to My Heart. I thought the blue would accent it good. I believe some of the others may use black, but I decided I wanted the blue. It almost looks black anyway. It's hard to tell just glancing. And I'm using All Boy, which is Echo Park, and I believe it came out in 2018. But I have plenty of it because I like it so well. And I'm going to scrap those two pictures of my grandson, and I think the actual original sketch called for, well, layout called for one, but I wanted two, so I went ahead and used both of them. And I think I cut them at 4x4. I'm thinking that's what I did. It might be 3x3, but I'm thinking it was 4x4. And Christina told us to cut these strips at, I think, 2.5 by 4. I think that's what it was. And then she said, no, 2.5 by 3. So I did cut a couple off to get it back. Oh, there I am, cutting it off now. And I ended up covering one of them up completely. And it's probably one I could have used at the top because the two at the top were both the busy patterns. And although I had the two down at the bottom with the busy patterns, I didn't mind it because I really wasn't thinking about putting anything else down there. And I thought they'd be fine. But up there at the top, along with all the other papers, I decided I needed something less busy. I think Christina called this a grid layout, but more of a relaxed grid layout. And it kind of reminds me of a waterfall or cascade. And you know, they've got those one mini books you can make, and it does like a waterfall of pictures. That's what I thought about. So I had fun doing it. And again, whoever gifted me with this, thank you so much, because yeah, I'm enjoying it. But when I got done, see there, I thought, oh my goodness, both the top ones are busy. The one to the left of the top ones is busy. I need to have something less busy up there. So I will change one of them out. But in my defense, I did not know what we were going to do with those rectangles when we got done with them. And I was just kind of picking out the ones I liked the best. But yeah, I see that green over there. I think that's the color I end up doing, the top one. But I thought I'd think about it a while before I did it. But yeah, and I'm tucking all this in, but see that one with the little circles? It's going to be completely there, covered up. And my pictures are of Kyler, and the first picture, when I was editing the video, I looked at it at least 3 different times and wanted to yawn. One of the times I did yawn. But he was yawning in that one picture. He was sitting over there. He just got up and he was like sitting there half awake, half asleep, and not really watching the cartoon, I didn't think. And he kept yawning, so I decided I was going to take a picture of him yawning. And he said, what'd you do that for? And I said, because you were yawning. And he said, well, I'm going to get woke up. So he got on the glider. It's one of those that kind of look like you're skiing and glide. And I mean, he was not on there a whole minute. And he was telling me exercise really woke him up. So something like that's going to be my title. And yeah, it was amazing how quickly he could get woke up when he got on there. But when he seen me with the camera, he stopped and posed. Otherwise, it might have been a blurry photograph because, yeah, he was moving along there. It's really easy to move your legs and arms and, you know, get to going kind of fast on that thing. I have plenty embellishments with this collection. Well, I bought more than one pack. And I did the same with That's My Boy when it was available because I really liked that one. I liked it even better than this one, but I like this one fine. And so I'm going to make 3 clusters and put my embellishments in there. And yeah, I'm going to put good sized clusters. I'm going to do the and more today. Now, I really liked that fill your pockets with adventures that I just had in my hand, but I thought it was kind of big to go on my layout. So I decided to pull out one that I'd cut up that was a 6x6. And that little guy holding the flag, he's from the 6x6 paper pad too. Now, I'm not sure if the ticket that I'm going to use on here that says Admit One goes with this collection, or the That's My Boy. I think I might have just added it since it was craft and there's so much craft in the collection, because I don't really remember the paper, the backside or anything. So I'm kind of thinking I might have just stuck it in there. And I did fussy cut my little guy out. He was a little bit hard to cut out, especially with that flag sticking up there. And when I was putting foam tape on there, the tape stuck to my finger, and I pulled my finger up and broke his flag. But it didn't take a minute to fix because all I did was glue it back on. But that is pretty sticky tape there. And I put foam tape everywhere on there except the little rod for his, the stick for his flag, because I wanted to make sure he's stuck. And I wanted him up there because I started putting him down the bottom right. But I thought, well, like on top of the world, and it says superhero, that would be good. So I put beside him work less and play more, which is the one I'm putting on there now. And I will put a couple of more things with him too. And you see that bowling on that Admit One ticket? That was another reason I thought it went in a different collection. I'm going to cover it up so you cannot tell it says bowling on there. All you're going to see is the ticket and the Admit One. Well, you might see one word of the bowling, or part of the G. You might see that, part of the G. But I am putting the 6x6 cut apart for fill your pockets with adventures down there. And I am mounting it on light blue and dark blue. I did light blue first, but it didn't seem to show up quite as good. So I did the dark blue, and I liked it a whole lot better. And there was a chipboard flag thing, and I thought that would be cool to go in there too. So I stuck it in there. And they're kind of like the flags at the racetracks. But there's no racing going on unless you consider how fast he was going at it with that exercise machine. And I put the bicycle down there because even though this wasn't one of the bicycle ones, I used to have a cardiogram that was like a bicycle one. I thought it can go. He's moving right along there. He's not going anywhere, but he's moving. So now I'm going to put a cluster up in the upper right hand corner. And I figured I'd do banners there with some of the same papers that I put over in the wonky grid or waterfall. And I'm only going to use 3, but one of them, and they all 3 are kind of on the busy side, even the plaid. But I'm going to back it with some dark blue and put it in the middle and layer it on top of the other 2. But I wanted it to stand out a little bit more since they were kind of busy. I did consider using white as my background, but when I was pulling the papers out, I seen this red one, and it is part of the collection. The other side has some circle things on there. Well, like the center banner that's going to be in this little cluster. And I thought I could use that as my background. Since his shirt's red, I can use it as the background instead of using white. And I like that. Not always, but because I do like the white as the background too. But I thought it went pretty good with this, as much red as there is in all the little chipboard things and die cut things and all that. So I thought it'd go really good. You know what? I just noticed I never did change that one out. My intention was to use something with along the lines of light blue up there in that busy 2 different things there. I might have picked the less busy one using the balls, but I was thinking for sure that I'd use the green. That's what I was thinking. because I wanted to repeat the light blue and the green a couple of places in the layout. And it is repeated a couple of places. I'm going to use 3 of the circle chipboards, one in each of the clusters, and behind them I'm going to layer some green and some blue. I think I'm going to layer both. I might only layer one on the bottom right one. Ah, my memory. I've done a few layouts since this layout. But yeah, I'm going to make wonky circles behind them. Instead of centering my chipboard, I'm making the wonky circles behind them just to give it a little more interest. And I kind of think, if I remember correctly, this is a layout I was doing when the round chipboard slipped a little bit. It was a little off center, and I went to move it back into the center. You know, it was still in my hand, but anyway, I went to move it back in the, no, I like it that way, and left it. So you might see it on several layouts because, yeah, I decided I liked that when it happened. I've done it before, but it has been a while. I did add one tiny star inside a circle chipboard ones in each one of the clusters. And now I am looking to see what I can find of the puffy stickers and put on there. And I also had some phrase stickers that are black with white lettering that I'm going to end up adding to each one. And the reason I'm doing it, I found one that says rise and shine. And I thought, oh, I got to use that on my layout. Well, since I'm putting it in a cluster, I'm going to have to use it on each one of my clusters. But I found a couple others I like, and it's live, laugh, love, and enjoy life. And wow. So they did not go as well as the one that was rise and shine, but I still used them. And I guess I'm about done with my enamel dots. I did put the enamel dots on there because I thought I was done with the layout, and then realized I didn't have my title, so I had to put that in there. So it is exercise really wakes me up. And again, thought I was done. But then I remembered that I had those one words from Simple Stories, that phrase sheet you see down there on the right. I'm pretty sure it's Simple Stories, and that it had said rise and shine on there somewhere. So yeah, I had to add them. And then really, I am going to be done. And I thought I had beat Christina on this layout, but you know, I forgot my title, and then I did all this afterwards too. But I do think I add more to the layout when I'm waiting on her to get done, because I have everything sitting there and I just think, oh, okay, I could use that. Oh, okay, I can use that. And I'll go ahead and do it. I probably should just take the layout and set it across the room or something. But I had fun doing it, and I really like my cluster, so I can't complain. These words were black. I did make 2 layers behind them to kind of make them stand out a little bit on top of the other stuff. But yeah, there's my little guy that I fussy cut out, and there's my rise and shine that I was so proud of, and your dynamite. And then there's the fill the pockets with adventures, and how well I covered up the word bowling. Yeah, I just made it work. Anytime it's not exactly what you want, camouflage works. And there's Kyler yawning and posing. He posed for the second one. And notice that the background really isn't just red. It's a tone on tone. And it does have kind of a grid sort of background in the tone on tone. But this is another fun layout from the class. And I do have more for Saturday Stash Dive, because I tried to use some of my older stuff instead of my actual newer stuff. And I figured I'll put them on the Saturday Stash Dive since I did. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, of course, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. Have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.